I'm going to show you one of the things that I've been doing every morning now for, I don't know, some 6 years or so. I had kind of flirted with it a lot before that, but consistently I've been doing it now for about 6, 7 years. It's having my lemon honey ginger water every morning. And any of my friends who have ever come over and stayed with me, they usually typically will get one as well, whether they like it or not. Just kidding, I don't force it on them. But they usually do take it, and I'll shift it up a little bit for them because I actually like a lot of ginger in mine, and I use fresh ginger, which is really great for the digestive system and really good anti-inflammatory. And then the lemon, of course, is like really helps to just cleanse the body, and it's such a good little hug for the liver first thing in the morning, because the liver's been collecting all the toxins all night long as we sleep, and so it's kind of a nice little way to help the liver process it and jump dump that stuff out. Plus, lemons are really they're really beautiful. So I know like every morning when I cut into it and I see that yellow color, like it just like invigorates me and it makes me feel so happy. So yeah, so there's another reason that I love to do it as well. And then the raw honey, of course, lots of nutrients and nutrition in the honey. I use that a lot to help from getting sick and to help with allergies. So I use raw local honey. Raw honey you shouldn't be able to squeeze it out. Like you got to scoop that stuff out because it's like it's meaty and has some substance to it. And yeah, so that's it. So I'm going to make the little video for you, and then hopefully it's something that you'll try. If it's not something that you do every morning, maybe if you start to feel like you're getting sick or you're feeling a little bit run down, instead of having a cup of coffee first thing, have the honey lemon ginger water. So my grandmother actually just told me, because whenever I go to visit her in Asheville, I buy all the stuff to make that every morning. And she said, I used the leftovers that you had, and I started doing that in the afternoon instead of my normal cup of coffee. And I feel like it makes me feel better than the coffee. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. I actually don't want to kill everything that is in the concoction I'm making, so I let the water cool just a little bit. Yeah. And then once that cools, we'll do the concoction. Okay, friends, so I accidentally deleted the part of the video where I made the actual concoction. So obviously, one beautiful fresh lemon, and a little trick that I do, I melt the lemon a little bit. So I just take it after I wash it off, and I just kind of like rub it around just a little bit. So I kind of juice it up a little bit in there and kind of loosen up the tissues, give it a little love, and then you get more juice out of it. So one beautiful lemon, I use my lemon squeezer, and obviously here's the cut up pieces that I already squeezed. And then I buy ginger in the big root. And so I actually, for myself, I used like one whole chunk of ginger, like break a piece off, and yeah, it's kind of like a whole little chunk right there that I'll use because I love ginger. So like I said, and I just peel that, and then I use my microplaner and just, I just do it right over where the actual glass I don't have at the moment because I already drank it, but I just take that little chunk of ginger and then I just grate it over that, and then obviously you will see in the video where I pour the water and just pull off those big pieces of fibers that get on the microplaner, so it cleans it off pretty nicely. And then my big thing of raw honey, and as I said before, like the raw honey, like it's thick, like, and I also have, regular honey that also I'm not promoting Publix, but regular honey that, is more liquidy. So I actually use that when I make salad dressings and different things like that, when I want to pop it over. It still says raw, but my friends, this is the real raw honey. So, and this is actually Florida honey, because as I said, it's really good for allergies and so forth. So I'm gonna let the water cool just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna add that all together. Okay, So for me, it's cooled enough, and I hope, and how I'm gonna do this so you can see. So basically, all I'm going to do is just pour, and I just pour that right over the microplaner. And I kind of like pick off all those little pieces. And then that's it. Do it to the back as well. There. And see, a lot of it came off nicely. There's just a tiny little bit left on there, but, and then the honey. So I just use a little wooden spoon and just take a nice little blob of that. And then stir that puppy up. Every day there's so many little things that we can make into a ritual. And I think that's something that we're missing deeply in our society that's so focused on the mental accomplishments. And we're so missing these small little ritualistic things that we can do every day to take care of ourselves. Because as I always say, this is the one vehicle that we have. This is our one best friend that we have. That's been with us from the moment we took our first breath until the time we'll take our last breath. This vehicle, this is the most intimate relationship we're ever going to have. And so little things like this make me happy. And even just the smell of it. Like I even was reading something when I had pneumonia that the smell, even just smelling honey and getting it into the lung tissues is healing for the body. So, because we know how smells can trigger memories and different things. So, one of my favorite things. Ciao, loves.